Toucher and Hardy.
We're the best friends that can be, my buddy and me.
On 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Let's go.
I let a little bit of Zolak and Bertrand on yesterday, and you can see part of my area over here.
Oh.
And you can see Fonzie.
Oh, yeah. See if that makes it onto the NBC simulcast all day today.
That'd be great. I like it.
I mean, they don't usually mess with anything.
No, it's a good point.
I don't know why you'd mess with it, because it's someone had sent us shirts of, they used to have the Big Johnson. They were horrible shirts, but Big Johnson fishing lines, like,
Oh, hell yeah.
Whatever double entendre, like, when you want to get your rod and some tuna, go Big Johnson or something like that. And so someone put John Wallach's pillows. Is it, John? You have the shirt right in front of you.
Yeah, that one says Big Waldick Pillows.
Yeah, and it's him.
This one
is basketballs.
Big basketballs, bouncy, it says.
Yeah.
So you want to hang this one from the other side of the...
No, one's enough. But the fun thing is that John has a heavy woman sitting on top of him in a bikini, and his head is sticking out with a big grin on his face. He couldn't be happier. And he sits there with that big grin on his face, and he says, I've just been smothered, or I'm about to be smothered, and that's why art is art, because we don't know. It's up for interpretation. Has he been smothered? And he has come up excited about the experience, maybe going to go back in again.
Is it the anticipation of the impending smothering?
I'm guessing it is an anticipatory smile, because I would think after the smothering, he's just more in a state of bliss. Like, not so much smiling like with his teeth, but smiling like with like a light eyes closed smile. Like, John, tape yourself being smothered tonight and sexually pleased, and then if you could, let's see your face after. If you could do that for us.
Okay.
He's got other plans tonight. Second World Cup match in Foxboro.
Mm-hmm.
Parking lots open at 2, gates open at 3. John Wallach will probably be leaving his home in Natick around 3 p.m.
A little earlier, I'm told. We're carpooling down.
What time's the game?
6. We're factoring in traffic. There are a block of 16 people, of which myself and my 2 sons are a part of.
Okay,
and
Gillette
so
is 20 minutes from your house, 25?
Half an hour.
Oh.
Half an hour south on a normal day.
Okay, so what we're going to have John do, what I suggested John do for our @Toucher and Hardy Instagram account, is to have John, kind of all right, it'd just be clipped up by Nick and put into kind of a narrative of John leaving his house, John getting into the traffic around Gillette, John getting to the parking lot of Gillette, John then navigating himself into the stadium, which I've heard is not easy. Who's playing tonight?
It is Norway against Iraq tonight.
I don't know really what would be going on. I don't know how many Iraqi people are going to be here, and what does Norway do?
All I know is Norway has that chant that Minnesota Vikings fans stole, the Skol chant. That's all I know.
What does Norway do?
What do you mean?
Well, we know that the Swiss make watches.
Oh, yeah.
Chocolate.
Well, Scottish have bagpipes that they play.
Scotland folk have their bagpipes. Even Sweden has their Nazis. What does Norway do?
What does Sweden have?
Watch The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Sweden, rotten with Nazis.
I actually have not seen that movie.
Great movie.
Okay.
What do we know about the fjords?
Sure.
Right? That's Norway?
I think that's right. The fjords of Norway. Sure.
Tell me one thing about Norway.
They have one. I can only tell you about their soccer team. I don't know about imports and exports.
Well,
Sorry.
what about
what's their GDP?
I don't have an answer.
But
for
are
it.
they a rowdy bunch? The Norwegians?
The Norwegians.
Norwegians?
Norwegians.
Are they a rowdy bunch?
They apparently, the soccer fans are not nearly as rowdy as Scotland, but they are a rowdy bunch, from what I've been reading.
Well, because Hardy and I can tell you all about Iraqi,
of course,
people.
I can tell you more about the Jordanians.
Oh, See, we were almost entirely Iraqi. Chaldeans, too. Not Muslim Iraqi.
That's right.
Catholic Iraqis.
Norway.
More of them than any place on the planet other than Baghdad, Iraq. That's right. We had more Chaldeans than any city in Iraq, and they're Iraqi people, than Baghdad.
Norway. I don't know what you're in for tonight, Wallach.
I don't either. All I know is they have that chant I told you about, and the Norwegian soccer team was 10th on the list of best odds to win the World Cup. Apparently, this is one of the better teams
Would
in the
you
field.
like to borrow my copy of Bill Buford's Among the Thugs?
No.
Which is about soccer hooliganism that he went out to, and he immersed himself with the soccer hooligans.
Is that, I would imagine that's the Premier League, correct, in England?
It's the Premier League in England, but they go to World Cup games at one point in the book.
Okay.
They travel to World Cup games.
You're not driving tonight, right?
No.
Well, you'll have time to read it in the hours it'll take you to get there and get home.
Be stuck in traffic. The good news is if you are traveling from my town, which is Natick, you spend no time on 95 and very, very little time, like 100 yards of time on Route 1.
No, that's good news.
So it's not.
That's really,
it's all back roads. You don't have to worry about that traffic. You only have to worry about the road closures.
Only all the
that.
traffic from people coming from Framingham and Natick and Needham the exact same thing.
The other good thing, and I'm not doubting this is going to be a sellout. I'm sure it will. But this is apparently the worst.
Sorry, any soccer fans living in Framingham? I think there might be. I think there might be a handful.
There are 1 or 2 Brazilians in Framingham, if I remember correctly. That's true.
You're so screwed.
That's a good point. They're all traveling the same route I am.
Yeah, go ahead.
But if I leave early enough, I'll be able to navigate the 2 hours.
Yeah.
Going down, I can tell you from experience, just going to Patriots games, it's 10 miles south. Going the first 9.5 miles will take you 15 minutes. Going the last half mile takes you about 45 minutes or an hour, if not longer.
Well, that's not going to be the case tonight because, number one, you're also traveling during the start of rush hour. So there's just going to be normal traffic.
Well, we're going to get down there really early. Apparently, there is a cookout. Basic still hearty.
You know what time traffic starts in the afternoon around here? It's 2 o'clock.
There was traffic coming south on Saturday, or on Sunday, rather. There was traffic coming south.
Saturday's sneaky worst traffic day of the week because it's all day in every direction.
I thought it was
around
Tuesday.
where 95 and 93 connect, it just was stopped.
Yeah, weekends suck. But
John, I can help you out here.
Okay.
They have names like Barmy Bernie, Daft Donald, and Steamin' Sammy. They like lager in huge quantities. The Queen, football clubs, especially Manchester United, in themselves. Their dislike encompasses the rest of the known universe, and England's soccer thugs expressed in ways that range from mere vandalism to riots that tear entire cities. Now, Bill Buford, editor of the prestigious journal Granta, which you're aware of, enters this alternate society and records both its savageries and its sinister allure with the social imagination of George Orwell and the raw personal engagement of Hunter Thompson.
Wow.
That, John, you could find out all about the horrible rapes and beatings that go down in some of these soccer matches.
I don't think I'll have to worry about that today. It's just a guess. I think I'll be better. I think I'll be okay.
if you say so.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just preparing
Yes.
you. And there was one incident, I think we've talked about on the air, at a English football match where several hundred people died. Get smushed up against a gate because they would have the visitors section just be like cattle in a pen.
Right.
And then people were begging for them to open the doors, and they just weren't opening the doors, and then everyone got crushed.
So that's Wallach's night tonight.
Yep.
Beaton had a bad night last night as he was awoken at 1:30 in the morning.
Which one of his parents woke him up?
His dad.
Yeah. What happened?
It was the smoke detector was going off at 1:15 in the morning.
Not the smoke detector, but all of them, because they're hardwired and they're all connected. And now, Fred, this happened to you. It's happened to all of us, right? Smoke detector goes off in the house. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What do you do?
Run for my life.
Oh. John?
Well, for me, you go downstairs and you reset the alarm, or you hit the reset button.
You figure out which one
yes, we figure out which one it is, and in some cases, there's a button there. You reset it, and it's fine.
To me, this is interesting. The Beaton household. What did you do, Beaton?
Well, I laid in bed for about 2 minutes for them to go off, and then they didn't. And then I got out of the house.
And we got out of the house, and who was called?
The fire department.
Oh, boy.
I should call the fire department out to their house.
Oh, boy.
Did you... Was there fear that, like, the house was burning somewhere and you couldn't see, feel, or smell it?
Well, the first thing I had to do was get the dog. The dog was stuck in the crate. She couldn't be pried out, so me and my brother had to lift the crate outside to get everyone outside. I didn't know if there was a fire or not, but then I saw there was no fire, so I don't know. My dad just called 911. He didn't know what else to do.
Okay. All right.
He didn't know else how to fix the smoke alarms, open the doors, fan around.
Once the fire department got there, they found out which one was faulty, and it was the one at the top of the 20-foot ceiling.
Yeah, I had one of those fixed.
Oh, boy.
I told Beaton, I'm like, tell your dad the only thing to do is to go through the house and replace every single one of them. Because once the first one fails, the second one's going to fail in about another month, and then another one's going to fail, and they all go off. When one of them, they've got a shelf life, and just replace them all. Sucks, but you got to do it. That's what you do.
Do you want another good story, John?
Sure.
Soccer matches.
Mm-hmm.
How about the Hillsborough disaster?
What happened there?
There's a fatal crowd crush at a football match in Hillsborough Stadium in Sheffield, South Yorkshire, England on 15th of April, 1989. Your 40th birthday, right around there.
Right around.
It occurred during an FA Cup semifinal between Liverpool and Nottingham Forest in the standing-only central pens with Leppings Lane stand allocated to the Liverpool supporters.
Yeah.
This resulted in
Remember
overcrowding of those pens in a fatal crush with a total of 97 fatalities and 766 injuries. The disaster is the deadliest in British sporting history. 94 people died on that day. Wow. One more died in the hospital days later. 2 more suffered irreversible brain damage on the day and died in 1993 and 2021, respectively.
Once again, the visiting people were crushed in a certain area with no place to go, and these people who were standing near the front got crushed up in front. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, you just told
you what happened.
But I mean, these are back-to-back stories.
That's
crushing.
Known as the Nottingham Forest incident, April 1989.
It's known as the Hillsborough disaster.
Well, yes, to the layman, but to those of us who follow such things.
So this doesn't concern you?
No, it does not.
Soccer fans can get quite rowdy.
They can.
Okay.
This is history would say that. You've already given me 2 examples, but I yet am not worried about tonight.
Will you be wearing suspenders and shaving your head?
Sure.
What color suspenders, John? What color laces in your Doc Martens are you going to be wearing?
Orange.
Have you ever owned Doc Martens?
No, I have not.
It's time to get some.
You're going to get some Docs, baby. Okay. You can get them at the Hot Topic now. They're everywhere. Hell, you can get them at DSW.
There's a DSW in that mall right next to the stadium.
There you
perfect.
Go. All right. Well, John is a big fan of international soccer. He's going to spend his entire day and night watching it. He's done a lot of research, deep dive into Denmark. You did some research.
Norway.
Norway. You've done some research into Norway, didn't you?
They have one of the best strikers in the world, a young fellow by the name of Erling Haaland, Haaland. Apparently he is a young superstar in the Premier League.
There is a question from Be Real that kind of brings all this back around. Is there part of you that wants to be crushed in the crowd?
Not by other guys, no.
Oh, what if you're in a very heavy female section?
Well,
like there's like a group of women that are like heavy soccer supporters.
I think I'd have to meet them first, and then we can talk.
You have to meet them?
Yeah, not strangers, being crushed by strangers.
Oh, personality is a big part of it?
Sure. Got to make that connection, Fred.
What do you look for in someone crushing you?
Well, I would think they'd have to be attractive to my eye.
No, but you said you had to meet them.
Yeah, talk to them. And they have to enjoy similar things. They have to enjoy sports, I would imagine, would be part of it.
For them to crush you?
Well, yeah, I don't just randomly go to a bar and, hook up and say, let's go back to my place and you can sit on me. No.
You were about to say sit on my face.
I was. I stopped.
And leave no space.
At the last second, can I say that?
So there has to be a connection.
There has to be, yes.
Okay. You don't want to do it without...
He's more of a romantic than I gave him credit for.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, he's like...
I think we've proven that.
Wow, it's almost like we've met in another life. I know. It's just like we have so much in common. This is weird, isn't it? Yeah. Do you ever believe people are meant to meet each other sometimes? Like there's some force above us making this happen? Yeah. I know. Do you want to get naked and sit on my face?
Do you think your butt's big enough to where each cheek would cover each one of my ears?
Yeah. Leave it to you guys to cheapen all of this.
I want to be deafened.
I'm a Capricorn too. Oh my God. Really? You grew up like 4 hours down from me. How did we never meet? Oh my God. You know what? You looked familiar when I saw you. I love baseball too. Wait a second. Let me guess. You're a big Fred Lynn guy? Oh, me too.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to keep this going. You want to come back to my house and maybe have a drink, a cup of coffee? That's great. Then I'm thinking about your big fat ass sitting on me. Because we have this connection.
Every Hallmark movie on my television when I get home. This is it right here.
And then there's another like lady with a big butt, and he's like, you like sports? And she's like, no. And he's like, you ain't sitting on my face. Got news for you, sister. Not so fast. All right, very good. That is John's. We look forward to getting the video that Nick can put together. That will be very exciting.
Also exciting, Fred. Yesterday, I officially declared the end of yellow pollen season. It's all done. So much so that I power washed the deck. That was my afternoon yesterday. And when I say power, I mean railing, stairs, both sides, up high, down low, everything, because the yellow pollen is done. I made the decree. I said, it's time.
Oh, there's no evidence that it's over. This is just you declaring that it's over.
I said it's done.
I see.
And we're finally going to get it done.
So no more pollen on your deck from now on.
Midway through June, I said, that's enough. We're all done.
Okay.
Come on over. You can eat off that deck.
Well, that's exciting news. Yellow pollen season's over, and we can get about our business, and Hardy's got the cleanest deck in town.
Yeah, thanks. Do you think I do?
I don't know.
I know you're just kind of putting a button out and you want to get to break, but do you think maybe there's a chance I do have the cleanest deck?
Just certainly. I mean, you've badmouthed all your neighbors off the air. I'd assume that they haven't done anything.
You got that right.
Yeah. I mean,
bunch of layabouts.
Yeah, sitting inside.
Sitting inside working.
Watching their TVs and changing the channel an average of every 12 minutes.
Have you looked at neighbors' decks? So, you know
Yes.
what? I could do some.
Yes.
Have you made the call? Said, I'm here.
No.
I'll power wash it for you.
No. Sometimes I'll just go over and do it. I'll do it on the front steps across the street.
Yeah, you like stand and look out the window for a while and see, okay, that guy's done it, that guy's done it.
I've looked at the steps across the street one day too many and just gone over and done it. I mean, I can't take it anymore.
Huh.
I've done that a couple of times.
And the scary thing is your neighbors are probably used to it by now.
Yeah, they don't even raise an eyebrow.
Okay.
Have you ever been like checking out a neighbor's deck or like looking in their windows and had to hide because they came out?
No, that's only when I'm looking out my own window at the guy fixing the air conditioner and had to drop to the floor.
Okay.
That was just the one time.
Because I'm not making that up, is that Hardy does look out his window in his house to see what his neighbor's watching on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We will be back in just a moment. I swear to you, in just a moment.
Your game last night.
What happened last night's brought to you by Leonard Hair Transplant Associates, where your hair doesn't have to be a game of what happened. So change your lettuce and change your life with Dr. Matthew Lepresti at 1-800-GET-HAIR. What's going on, Hardy, in this crazy-ass world?
Not much. Do you want to start with your precious St. Louis Cardinals from last night, Fred?
Well, yeah. I mean, if we're going to just go...
That's a Redbird winner. That's a one-hitter. That's a shutout for Dustin May. Light up the night. Cardinals blank the San Diego Padres 3-0.
Yep.
That's a hell of a call.
Dustin
Yeah,
May.
but believe it or not, they have good... they actually have good radio people in St. Louis.
Dustin May. He could
One
not
hit.
have been worse when he was here.
I know, and it's weird because his stuff is insane. Like, he throws super hard. He's a big guy. There's no reason that he shouldn't be better. I mean, he throws in the high 90s. He's, he pitched well for them, and there you go. And that's not a bad Padre team either.
I mean, I'm looking at it. 6 games, 1-4 with an ERA of almost 5.5. And he was terrible
here?
when he was here. Here. No, I'm saying here.
Yeah.
He was awful. And this wasn't like 3 years ago. This is like last August. Now he turns around. I think he had a perfect game in the 7th inning last night.
Yeah.
I think he retired the first 18 guys.
I watched the game.
And he was... sorry.
I was watching Cardinals Padres too. That's exactly what
I actually was watching the game.
And he was lights out. The Red Sox curse everyone who comes to play with this team, and it is as if when they leave, some veil of negativity has been lifted, and everyone can reach their true potential.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
He's got a sub-4 ERA now.
Yeah.
So...
I think he needed 101 pitches for the complete game last night.
Remember your big Chaim Bloom?
Yeah.
That he sucks and Chaim Bloom's the worst?
Yeah.
Well, the St. Louis Cardinals currently are, if I could tell you, with Chaim Bloom as their general manager, have a 2.5 game lead in the wild card, first seed in the wild card, ahead of teams like Philadelphia and San Diego and Chicago Cubs. Now, would you like to hear what their lineup is?
No.
Because it could make you feel good about what their lineup is. You want to hear a lot of stars.
No.
That Chaim Bloom, who's so terrible and did such a terrible job here, and now you've been giving Craig Breslow, who's so much better. Oh, Fred, you'll have fun with Chaim Bloom. J.J. Weatherholt, who's going to win Rookie of the Year in the National League. Ivan Herrera, Burleson, Jordan Walker, who's actually good. Newt Barr, Mason Wynn, who can't hit. Crooks, the catcher, who I have know nothing about. Blaze Jordan, who they just called up.
He was it's a former Red Sox prospect.
Former Red Sox that they got back that just crushes home runs. And Nathan Church, who's now their center fielder because they demoted Victor Scott III. So that's their lineup. I don't believe anyone in that lineup can be over the age of 25 unless Newt Barr is. Newt Barr's 28. So other than that, no one in that lineup can be over the age of 25. Herrera's 26. Okay, that's the second oldest guy in that lineup. 26 years old. Wynn's 24. I believe Jordan is 24. Yep. They're all 24. Let's see. Weatherholt's 22. Weatherholt's 23.
Yeah. You figured it out.
That's
good for Chaim.
No, but John was just like, have fun with that.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, my mistake. I thought Chaim Bloom wasn't very good. And eggs on my face, it turns out ownership and the team president aren't very good.
Chaim Bloom was given the edict to improve the farm system, correct?
And to cut salary. Those were his two things.
Fine. And so he goes and he takes the farm system and makes it one of the best farm systems in baseball, including this, and develops these guys to become major leaguers. Now, once they get to the major league, all hell breaks loose with these guys, but that's not Chaim Bloom's fault. He hasn't been in charge of developing them for a while. But he gets you 3 positional players that are supposed to be positional players for you for 15 years. If you would have handled it differently, and you would have let him develop and then add a little bit, you'd be much better off than with Craig Breslow. Much better off. The return for the Devers trade, I can assure you, with Chaim Bloom. Look, the Cardinals are lucky and they're doing all this. And Chaim Bloom didn't trade for Walker and he drafted Weatherholt. I don't even think he drafted Weatherholt. But the thing is that you could have. He would have at least gotten a better return for Devers. Like, he would have at least navigated decent players in return for Devers.
It's possible, but don't forget he's the guy who pulled the trigger on the Betts trade. The Mookie Betts trade was a spectacular failure. So, I mean, the knock on Bloom when he left was, yes, he followed the edict. He was hired. He was hired to cut salary and boost the farm system. He did both of those things. And there was about a 2 or 3. They ignored the major league roster under Bloom for about 3 or 4 years there. And fans got sick of it. Ownership got sick of it, even though he did exactly what he wanted them to do. The main problem with Bloom, according to ownership, was he had problems with trades. And the Betts thing is what you hold up and go, my God, look at that.
All right, yeah, he did a good job of getting rid of a guy that we weren't going to pay, but
exactly.
You still need to get something back.
And they got there's one guy left from the Betts trade, Connor Wong, who can't get off the bench. And they're trying to get rid of at the moment.
Yeah, the Betts trade was a disaster. I would say that the Devers trade made the team actively worse with the people they got back.
Comparatively speaking, true, because you had Verdugo, who played right field here for a while. Wong had himself a good year last year and the year before. They had pieces that came back in the Betts trade that actually contributed for a couple of years.
The Betts trade was bad, and he should have gotten like premier talent in return, premier young talent in return, and I will absolutely agree with you. But it was not to the degree that Devers, the players you got back for Devers were worse than replacement level players. In that, sure, you're worse by getting rid of Devers, but then if you just would have replaced Devers with anyone else that wasn't in that trade, you would have been better off than the people that you got in that trade.
Yeah.
Hicks is worse than a replacement player.
Harrison, who's pitching really well in Milwaukee, but couldn't get out of AAA for your team. And remember that kid, James Tibbs? He was a Florida State outfielder, first-round pick.
Yeah.
He's now that he's gone, and by the way, went to the Dodgers to get you Dustin May, is now hitting 300 with 15 homers at AAA for the Dodgers. So he's going to
do the research of everything Chaim Bloom got from the Red Sox this offseason and what they're doing now. Because they're Blaze Jordan is one of them. Okay. I wanna know what they got for him. We met Blaze Jordan's family in the stands last night.
Is omitted.
They got Contreras, Wilson Contreras.
Yeah.
The Red Sox did. Red Sox sent Hunter Dobbins. You were talking about this guy, Yoker Fajardo, who is apparently very, very good.
He's also a bit of a bully. He's got a big hardo.
And right-handed pitcher Blake Alta, who I've never heard of. And that's Boston the Sox got Wilson Contreras.
And they made one other trade, too.
I'm trying to see.
With the Cardinals.
But you won't find it.
No.
Oh, well, what was the other one?
They got Sonny Gray.
Blaze Jordan. They got the Red Sox traded Blaze Jordan of St. Louis for Steven Matz. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was now Matz is pitching in a mop-up role for Tampa.
Yeah, he was the one who lasted a third of an inning against Boston. Yeah, so. He did a lot of good. All right, anyway, thank you for leading with the Cardinals in a game that I watched because I feel very good about myself.
Yes, Red Sox back to work tonight. 1-3 against the Blue Jays. Peyton Tolley to the mound, so we got something to watch tonight.
I think I'm going on Thursday, the afternoon game.
Good. Businessman special.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
Cape Verdeans all over Boston celebrating yesterday, even though they didn't win.
This is a win.
I mean, look, they're celebrating down to the right.
It's over. It is a win in every possible way for Cape Verde.
Except for score.
First ever World Cup game, a 0-0 draw with the European champion Spain.
Cape Verde making their World Cup debut.
Mm-hmm.
Played to a scoreless draw against Spain last night. Biggest shock upset of the tournament thus far. Also upsetting a friend of mine who had a very nice future on at least one goal being scored in each of the opening stage matches. And I think at least a goal had been scored in every single match up until last night.
Yeah, but that's what happens in these nutto 0-0 draws. I mean, anything goes.
Nobody scores.
No, I know. It's nuts.
That's what happens.
And then you just go bananas because you're like, I can't believe I'm witnessing this. No one's scoring. This is why you come to the game. To drop into a shell and not let anything through. Now, what are you trying to score? No! We're trying to get them not to score, so we're dropping everyone back.
It was remarkable. I saw the first half anyway. They had 10 guys inside their own penalty area to make sure that Spain had no room whatsoever to maneuver.
Because if you are them, you know that there's no way in hell that you can win a game against them. So all you can do is you're not going to score.
You're trying to keep the goal differential down.
Yes. And so that's what we talked about. Like, say, not even this game, but like any game.
Yeah.
If you score first, generally the team that scores first, A, wins, and B, just drops into some kind of defensive shell. And I know it's the right thing to do, obviously, but then it's like dribbling it. You know, like the last 20 seconds of an NBA game, not even 10 seconds where they'll dribble it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that the whole match. Just it is. Just like holding the ball.
I know. And after a while, you're like, I get the story, but I was kind of hoping Spain would score one to loosen that up a little bit.
Sure.
Spain hit like the crossbar, and the goalkeeper made a great save, and there's a little bit of luck involved. But nice, congratulations, you stayed in it. You got a 0-0 tie, but after a while, this is not what the spirit of the game is.
Yeah, and so I know that baseball can be boring, and if you didn't grow up with it, maybe it is. Like, if you just didn't grow up with the game, I could see that it's like slow moving in a way, but at least in baseball, there's never just trying to end it, basically. Like, at least, so I'm trying to think of the most boring sport, right? So say baseball is the most boring sport. I can't think of many times in a game, because even if you bring in a positional pitcher to pitch, the other team's still trying to hit.
Yeah, you still have to put the ball over the plate. You're still trying to get a hit and not strike out. Sure.
Yeah, I can't think of a situation where an individual at the plate, unless they were trying to bunt someone over or sacrifice, is actively trying to get out. That's kind of my point. It's just you're actively trying not to score.
Yeah, but I think what is remarkable about it is the fact that this team from Cape Verde, it's not like these guys are really good, be on the lookout for them. Their goalkeeper is 40 years old. Mm-hmm. He's played in Angola, Moldova, and Cyprus. He currently has no team. Their center back was relegated from a UAE Pro League last month. He's been playing in front of about 100 people. Another guy back on defense was invited to play for Cape Verde through LinkedIn, and he originally ignored the message because he didn't understand Portuguese. This is all from Tom Harris's article in The Athletic. So this group of ragtag Cape Verde players held Spain scoreless yesterday, and that is...
Well, you know how they did it is because they had that midfielder that came up on a motorcycle, and he was rum, and then the coach's daughter, she ended up being all good, so now she's playing for him.
I got you. Took me a minute, but I got it.
Where is Cape Verde?
Daughter, or I thought maybe like a stepdaughter,
or like his ex-wife's daughter.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where is Cape Verde?
Africa.
No one knows.
It's in Africa.
Is it in Africa, or is it off the coast of Africa? Come on, John.
Hurry, boy. She's waiting there for you.
All I know is Africa. All right? I don't know if it's an island off the west coast of Africa.
It is.
Okay. There you have it.
South or north?
I would say off the northwest coast of Africa.
Egypt style?
No, Egypt is northeast.
Oh, you're
Africa.
right. Oh, yeah. My bad. I was. Yep. My bad. Damn it, Fred.
You know what? Close to Senegal. How's that?
Oh, thank you. Well, that puts it right in perspective. All right. Well, I'm going to take my time and do the things I always said I do. You know?
Oh, okay. I get you.
Come on, baby.
I know. I'm
you're going
cooking.
a million miles an hour today.
You're cooking.
I'm cooking with gas. You brought up that Dustin May game, and I just went, here we go. I watched that thing. I watched that. I had that on the boob tube. Yeah. It took about 2 hours. It was fantastic. All right, we'll be back in just a moment.